All right, Section 133, Engineering Support Battalion of the MLG. The mission of ESB is to provide general support, engineering support of an expeditionary nature to the MEF. What it means of an expeditionary nature is all their tasks are done in the field of an expeditionary nature. So I call this battalion the odd battalion because odd, first of all, because of the numbers of companies, the number of tasks it has, and the fact that all their tasks are done in the field, unlike any other battalion in the MLG. So here's the mission here: to provide general support, engineering support of an expeditionary nature to the MEF. And your companies, your 7 companies, you have H&S, engineering company, 3 engineering companies, engineering support company, bulk fuel company, bridging company, and H&S provides EOD support to the MEF, and that is the only company that provides EOD in engineering battalion. So you have your 7 companies, and then you have your 15 tasks. There's a lot of tasks in here, so to remember those, you just draw a picture. The first task is to provide engineering reconnaissance, to scout out the place where you need to go. The second task is to construct, improve, and maintain airfields. And the third task, the same thing: construct, improve, and maintain encampments. Fourth task is to provide mobility operations such as roads. Fifth task, to provide bulk fuel. Sixth task, to provide utility support. So we have your engineering reconnaissance, you have your airfields, you have your encampments, your mobility operations, so a road from your encampments to your airfields, your bulk fuel, like a gas tank. 6, utility support, so some power lines and telephone wires. 7, to provide water purification systems, so WP, Willie P, water purification. Your 8th task is to provide survivability enhancements. So an example of that would be like a chow hall. So you just draw a little chow hall inside your encampments there. And then your 9th task is to provide bridging, floating and fixed bridges. So you just draw a little bridge. Say if there's like in the middle of your road you had a stream cross, you had to build a bridge to get across of it. So to build to provide bridge construction. 10th task, bath and laundry services, so just BNL for bath and laundry. 11th task, EOD support, just like I said in H&S. Fed, field expedient deception devices. You could draw, for those you could draw any kind of decoy, like a decoy deer, duck, whatever. Just decoy, so field expedient deception devices. 13th task is to provide counter mobility operations. And then the 14th task is to provide mobility enhancement operations, such as breaching and clearing of roads. And the 15th task is to provide specialized demolitions. And so these are the ones you could put into a picture, and that's more than half, so that's plenty of the tasks you need to know for Engineering Support Battalion. And then the only thing you pretty much need to know is H&S Company provides EOD. Bulk fuel, of course, provides bulk fuel class 3 and 3A. And when it says 3A, it means bulk fuel for aviation. And then bridging, of course, provides this task right here to build bridges. And unlike, so like Supply Battalion, it says Supply Battalion provides general support, supply support, except Navy-funded stock programs and bulk fuel. So it's engineering that provides the bulk fuel for the MLG. And let's see. So you have your 7 companies and 15 tasks. Again, you have 3 engineering, or H&S, 3 engineering companies, engineering support company, bulk fuel company, bridging company. And your 15 tasks, as shown in the picture, 13 of the 15 tasks. And your mission, again, to provide general support, supply support of an expeditionary nature to the MEF. And that's Engineering Support Battalion. And then next will be 134, LSB and Motor T, also known as Transportation Support Battalion. And so go ahead and stop there.
Whenever you're ready.
All right, cool. Section 134, TSB, Transportation Support Battalion, which consists of Motor T Battalion and LSB, Landing Support Battalion. We're going to start off with Motor T because it's a smaller section, or smaller of the two. Motor T Battalion. The mission of Motor T Battalion is to provide general and direct support to the MAGTF. general and direct support, transportation support to the MAGTF. This and medical battalion are the only 2 battalions that provide general and direct support to the MAGTF or to the MEF within all 6 battalions of the MLG. Motor T has 4 companies, 4 tasks, so it's like, how many wheels does a car have? 4. So that's how many companies and tasks Motor T has. Start off with your companies. You have H&S, just like every other battalion has. You have an H&S company, and then you provide direct and general support, so you can have a direct support company, 2 of those, and a general support company. So 2 direct support companies, H&S, and general support company. Then you get into your tasks, pretty much. Your tasks are by acronym HELP ME. H, heavy lift augmentation. L, line hauling. P, personnel lift augmentation. And ME, medium and heavy lift transport. And so the main things you need to know about Motor T is the fact that it provides direct and general support and the 4 companies and the 4 tasks. Other than that, in this section, it's all provided by it's all taken up by the LSB and amphibious operations. So moving into LSB, the mission of LSB is to provide general support, landing support to the MEF. This, just like Motor T, has the same amount of companies as it does tasks. So LSB has 6 companies and 6 tasks. The companies are H&S Company, 3 landing support companies, landing support equipment company, and beach and terminal ops company. And beach and terminal ops company provides air delivery support. They're the company that's responsible for providing one of the tasks of LSB. And then their tasks of LSB, drawn by this picture that I made again, it's like a plant cell. You have to have, first of all, you need to have centralized control. So the first task is to provide centralized control. 2 is to provide a nucleus, a center. So you have nucleus inside your cell. 3 is to provide port and terminal ops, so you need a way to go in and a way to get out. 4, like I said, for beach and terminal ops company to provide air delivery support, so a little FedEx plane air delivery. 5 to provide basic general engineering, so I drew a little wrench. And then 6 to provide local security. So I just drew like barbed wire fences around the cell. So I don't know if it might not make sense for you, but it makes sense for me. How to remember the tasks, just to draw these pictures. So you have centralized control, 1, provide a nucleus, 2, port and terminal ops, 3, air delivery support, 4, general engineering, 5, and last, local security, 6. And now we'll be getting into the terms and the phases of amphibious operations. All right. The terms, define the following terms: 134.13 in LSB and Motor T. First one, beachhead, a designated area on a battle or on a hostile or potentially hostile shore that, when seized and held, ensures the continuous landing of troops and material and provides maneuver space requisite for subsequent projected operations ashore. So it's any part on the beach. If you guys remember the movie Saving Private Ryan, the beginning of the movie where they're just landing on the beach and just pushing forward. Any part of any area of the beach that's hostile or potentially hostile will be the beachhead, and then any area behind that will be your next term, beach support area. Beach support area, as it says in your book, in amphibious operations, the area to the rear of a landing force or elements thereof established and operated by shore party units, which contains the facilities for unloading of troops and material and the support of forces ashore. It includes facilities for the evacuation of wounded enemy prisoners of war and captured material. So any area behind the beachhead, which is the secured area, which is no longer hostile, will be your beach support area, BSA. And it gets into your beach master unit, your BMUs. Your beach master unit is a commissioned naval unit of the Naval Beach Group designed to provide the shore party a naval component known as the beach party, which is capable of supporting the amphibious landing of one division, a reinforced division. So it's the beach master unit's job to provide the beach party for the amphibious operation. Then you have your commander of amphibious task force, your CADAF. He's in charge of the entire operation. And then your CADAF, so it says, a Navy officer designated in order initiating the amphibious operations as a commander of the amphibious task force. So he's the bigwig. He's the guy that's in charge of the entire operation. Then you move on to your commander of the landing force. He is like the second in command. It's like a chain of command from your CADAF to your CLF. Your CLF is is in charge of the landing force. He's in charge of the BMUs. He's in charge of the landing beach, the shore parties, everybody that lands on the beach and goes, and all the other operations ashore. But the CADF is still in charge of the entire operation. So the CLF, as in your book, the officer designated in order initiating the amphibious operation as a commander of the landing force. All right, your next term, debarkation. Debarkation is the unloading of troops and supplies and equipment from a ship or aircraft. So when you get here, you're going to unload your stuff from your ship. That's debarking. And then, of course, embarkation is when you load stuff onto your ship and onto your aircraft. Helicopter support team, a task organization formed and equipped for employment in a landing zone to facilitate the landing and movement of helicopter-borne troops, equipment, and supplies, and to evacuate selected casualties and the enemy prisoners of war. May be built around a nucleus or a shore party and the helicopter landing zone control personnel. So your helo support team is responsible for your pretty much like your resupply and your evac of troops and other equipment. So they're the ones that go to your supply ships or your other ships and bring your troops through the air into the war zone there, into the front over here. So your helo support team is your resupply and your evac team. Your landing beach, the portion of the shoreline usually required for the landing of a battalion landing team or a BLT. However, it may be that portion of the shoreline constituting a tactical locality, such as the shore of a bay, over which a force larger or smaller than a battalion landing team may be landed. So your landing beach is where they're going to land your battalion landing team and unload them and debark them from the ship or aircraft. Then you have your landing force control party. Landing force control party, I drew a little communication tower because that's their responsibility. They take care of all the comm. They are the ones that radio into the helo support team, hey, we need this, we need that. And by definition in the book, LFCP is personnel specially trained and equipped to establish and operation communication devices from the ground for traffic control of aircraft and helicopters for a specific landing zone. And then LZ, any specified zone used for landing of aircraft, LZs. Let's see, shore party, a task organization of the landing force formed for the purpose of facilitating landing and movement on and off the beaches of troops, equipment, and supplies for the evacuation from the beaches of casualties and enemy prisoners of war, and for facilitating the beaching, retraction, and salvaging of landing ships and craft. It comprises elements of both naval and landing forces. So your shore party are the ones that unload and load your stuff onto the ships once it gets to your landing beach, pretty much. And so that's it for the terms in that section. And then it goes into 134.14, state the sequence of events for each of the following phases of amphibious operations. There are 5 phases of amphibious operations. The acronym for that is PERMA, P-E-R-M-A. P, planning phase. E, embarkation phase. R, rehearsal phase. There's 3 types of rehearsal phases. You have your staff rehearsal, your separate rehearsals, and your joint or integrated, where the staff and the other separate forces combine and rehearse as a whole unit. And you have your movement phase, which is your point of embarkation to your area of assault, AOA, POE to AOA. And you have your assault phase, ship to shore movement, and subsequent operations ashore. As I forgot to state in the mission of LSB, LSB provides general support, landing support to the MEF to include ship to shore movement and subsequent operations ashore. And that's about it for LSB and Motor T.